You're watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media.
We got a ball down. Every single one of them. That's what all it works for all summer, all winter. Nice job.
Well, that was a scene here Friday night at Reed Stadium. Davies County upset second-ranked team in 3A, the South Warren Spartans. Coach, what a classic game that was Friday night. Your defense just came out and just battled.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of them. I'm really proud of the whole team. You know, that's what it's all about. That's what makes all that hard work and the tough times. That, you know, when you can get a win like that, it's just good for everyone.
Marcus, your team came out fired up. You got it all the way down to like the 10, and you had some opportunities getting score early. Talk to us about how your offense came out.
Well, we talked 2 weeks. We had a week off. We talked all week about how we're going to stay with blocks, and because they're a team that gets off blocks well and gets to the ball. And they're a great defense, ranked number 1 in the state and statistically. And our kids just they were super focused. I could tell before the game. Sometimes you don't know, but I got that vibe from them. And we came out and executed well and drove the ball, I think, all the way down to the 11-yard line and went for it on 4th down. And came up a little short. I felt like we'd gotten the first down, but it was marked that was just an inch short. So we didn't get it, but we did drive down and make a statement as far as being able to move the ball. And even though we didn't get in the end zone, I felt like that was a confidence booster for our offense, especially because of that being in the back of our minds, knowing that they had, I think negative 88 yards
right.
is all they'd given up. Hadn't given up anything.
Hadn't given up a touchdown.
And hadn't given up a touchdown. So us coming out and being able to move the ball like that early gave us the confidence. Our kids came off the field. Even though we didn't score, our kids came off the field and they were saying, hey, we can move the ball on these guys. And it gave our whole coaching staff a little confidence. We felt like after that we thought, well, we can move the ball. So.
Well, your defense stood up tall. They were the top-ranked defense team in the state of Kentucky. Mm-hmm. They battled through the first half, and it went 0-0 into the half. You had to feel good about that point, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. It was, and there's another thing we talked about, and I may have mentioned it last week in the show, but, I felt like it would be a 4-quarter battle, and I felt like we matched up with them for the most part across the board, and it was. It came down. It was 4 quarters. It was a battle, and our defense, it's like I said, we bend but don't break. We gave up the yards, just like we have against Muhlenberg and some other teams, but we didn't. We got down the red zone down there inside the 20 and 30 and 20-yard line, and we stiffened up and didn't let them in the end zone. And our kids just that's just pure gutting it out and believing in what we're doing and believing in our coaching staff and believing in each other. Number one, I think that. They've determined to not let them in the end zone. They made some outstanding plays.
The score was 8-3 final. Luke Bailey scored the touchdown on a quarterback run, but you went for 2 points. What was the thought on that?
Well, Austin Vanover, our kicker, plays soccer, and he'd hurt his knee or his leg, and he still may not play this week. We won't find out for a couple more days, but. We scored scrambling. We didn't find out till Thursday afternoon we weren't going to have a kicker, and we were scrambling to find a kicker, and we had a few kids that were 50-50 pretty much. Nobody was really standing out that could just hit an extra point, and we called timeout, and the way they had lined up to us when we first lined up on the field, and well, we have some built-in fakes that we practice all year, and they only had a certain number of guys in the center, which allow for us to run a couple different fakes. And I looked at the kids. We called timeout, and I said, I want to run this fake. And I said, how do you guys feel about it? And they all, of course, the kids were all about it. They, Chase LaCroix is the kid who ran the fake, and Chase knows what the deal is on the numbers on the count. And he's like, Coach, they only got 2 guys. We can run this. And I said, all right. I said, you guys feel good about it. Let's do it. And we lined up and ran it, and we got it. And it was big. I mean, it definitely gave us an opportunity there to going up, 8 instead of 7 or even 6. It didn't make a difference at the end, but it could have very easily put them in a position to kick field goals and beat us. So.
And how does that affect your defense? Your defense came out and just locked it down.
Well, I think it's just, again, it all builds on itself. When every phase of the game, special teams build off of what the defense does, and offense, and vice versa. So it all went together, and it was one of those nights that things fell the right way for us. And football's, a lot of people say this, it is a funny sport as far as the way the ball bounces. Right. You never know, and I think we always tell our kids, just compete and play as hard as you can, and when the dust settles at the end of the fourth quarter, then we'll see how it falls. But our kids, I'm just so proud of the way they battled.
Well, you had a lot of stars that night, but who's your Penn Station Player of the Week?
Brett Sorrells is the Penn Station Player of the Week. I can't remember. He had 7 or 8 tackles. He plays outside linebacker. He had 2 sacks. He had a big cause fumble there at the end of the game, and then recover, which sealed the deal. So. He just hustled, and he's a junior, and he's a hard worker. He's not the most gifted athlete, but he's one of those guys that just works extremely hard, and he had a great game.
Do the kids get it? Did you feel like the kids are starting to get what you're starting to preach?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they're buying into some things, and the big thing is to get them to understand that they are a good football team, and we battle that, I think, and I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Davis County football hasn't been that strong, and we've 2 of the best years ever, my 2nd and 3rd year, and I've been here 8, and we've had about 57, I think, or 58 years of football, and it hadn't been real strong. And to get the community and your school and administration, everyone behind you is one thing, but then you also got to start with the core with your players, is getting them to believe that. When they grow up hearing that you're not going to be that good. Even though they say they think they'll be good, it's still in the back of their mind. It's planted there. It's that seed since they've been in this area that it's hard to win at Davis County. And I think we battle that, but the ability is here right now to win. I mean, we've got some good ones coming in the next couple of years, but getting our kids to believe they can win is the biggest battle. And I think that we're getting over that hump. Our kids are real confident right now, and they should be. They're a good football team.
Put him in a chokehold, Robbie.
Elbow dropping, Bobby.
I'm back-breaking Bobby Wilson, and I'm slamming high prices.
Now Bobby's slamming high prices on both sides of the river. At Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings new Evansville store, you'll find the same quality furniture at low warehouse prices.
I'm slamming high prices.
Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings on 9th Street between J.R. Miller and Triplet in Owensboro, and now on North Main at Columbia in Evansville.
For updates on all the local high school sports action in Owensboro, follow City County Sports on Twitter at City County Sport. Make the pledge to not text and drive. Text at the game, not behind the wheel. Tweet I pledge to hashtag CCS I pledge.
Hi, this is Duke Brubaker from Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Coach's Corner. Visit our website at championowensboro.com. Coach's Corner Special 2013 Lincoln MKX, 0 for 60 months plus $2,000 customer cash. New 2013 Ford Flex SEs as low as $28,990, save $67.25 off sticker. Those are our 2 Coach's Corner specials this week. Visit our website at championowensboro.com for a great lineup of new and used vehicles. How are you going to beat that?
You're watching the Coach Kimbrell Show. Go Panthers!
Hi everybody, we're back with Coach Marcus Kimbrell. Coach, you got Henderson County, your first district game at 6A. Talk to us about the game and what you're planning on working on this week.
Well, I think, we're rolling right now. We're having a lot of success. I don't know if there's a whole lot of things we need to change. We just need to continue to build on, just build on the success we've got. Just keep working on what we're doing, what we've done well. And as far as Henderson, it's our first district game, and Henderson County is a very, very winning tradition type program. And it's the last time that anyone else won our district, Class 6A District 1, was in 2008, and it was Davis County. So they've pretty much owned our district for the last few years. And I said this to some other media people from the Henderson area and Paducah area. It's until someone steps up and knocks Henderson off, they're the team to beat, and they're good this year. They're always good, and they've got a new head coach, but they've continued that tradition of being a good football program. So. Very good on defense as always, and they're more of a spread type offense now instead of lining up and running it right at you. So it's a different animal as far as their offense goes, and it'll be a big challenge.
School's out this week on fall break. How does that affect your practice schedule?
Well, speaking of challenges, that's another big challenge. Anytime you have fall break, the kids aren't in school all day. I don't think we'll have an issue as much with them being at practice. It's just it takes you out of your routine of getting up, the kids getting up in the morning, coming to school, and following that routine all week. So, that's always something that kind of worries me a little. It's just how we're going to respond to being off all day from school, and we're going to be ready to go on Friday as far as mentally, so that's something that's a concern.
I know you want to have a big contingent of Davis County fans driving down the Audubon Parkway to Colonel Stadium.
Well, I think it's going to be another exciting Friday, and I know that it is fall break, and there's going to be a lot of people who aren't in town and things, but, I would say that if you want to see a good competitive game, I feel like our kids are going to come ready to play football, and I think it'll be a great opportunity to see a good football game.
Okay. Marcus, we wish you the best of luck against Henderson. Well, this has been the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. We'll see you next week.
You're watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media. If you'd like to be a business sponsor of City County Sports Coach's Corner and show your school colors, call Via Media at 683-1094.
Advertising is a tricky game. Some people are good at it. Some people aren't. This is Rick Isaacs. He works for Via Media as an account executive. And after a hard work week, you'll find him here. Rick's worked in television advertising for over 20 years, and he's one of those guys that's good at it. If you want to increase your business or make your cash register ring, give Rick a call. He'll do what it takes to make sure your advertising scores a hole in one.